Bonjour mes amis, hi guys. Last year I presented a few affordable alternatives to popular luxury watches. Here are a few additional suggestions. Today I will translate affordable as at least 10 times cheaper than the Grail. Let's start with the big gun. Patek Philippe is the main name in the high horology game. Desirable and holding their value, those timepieces set the standard. And what represents the brand better than the 5270 perpetual calendar chronograph? The classic look is the epitome of elegance, but will cost you the price of a luxury sedan. Luckily, Zenith, when they were not too busy providing El Primero calibers to Rolex to power the Daytona, built for themselves some lovely triple calendar moon phase chronographs. The early Chronomaster versions, such as the one I present here, were even chronometer certified. The size and rounded steps of the case and sapphire crystal are classic and elegant. The watch remains slim, and the display caseback offers a peek into the El Primero movement, a must in every collection, named that way because it was the first fully integrated chronograph on the market. This is of course not a perpetual calendar, but for a fraction of the Patek cost, you get mighty bang for the buck, as these models trade under $5,000. I actually paid low 3,000s for mine, full box and paper in excellent condition with a handmade Cordovan strap. The watch wears wonderful and even looks right on casual Fridays. The charm of the moon phase, the abundance of information of the triple calendar, the chronograph, the 36,000 beats per hour high beat, it's got it all. My Grail diver is the Rolex Sea Dweller 43, but it's nearly impossible to find at Rolex 80s. Much easier to locate and costing less than a tenth of the price tag is Seiko's SBDC 29, also known as the Shogun. This Prospex diver stands out in many ways. Made completely of titanium, it's ultralight despite a 43mm case built with many interesting angles. There are even some fine polished details, a great choice of handset, and a very unique bracelet look. The ensemble wraps the wrist very well and is a great alternative as the dial has some Rolex elements itself. Now I have a little joker here. You might want something closer to the original, and why not with some digs at the history of the model. So here's my latest squeeze, the STEINHART Ocean One Vintage Red, a 42mm homage that it is well built, has nice balance and wrist presence, and is a playful wink to collectors. An icon from the 70s to this day, Audemars Piguet's brand-defining Royal Oak is in high demand and commands high prices. Last year, Maurice LACROIX took the idea and ran with it when refreshing the design of their AIKON line, adding an automatic caliber inside the case and giving the watch a stunning modern look. Yes, we are borderline homage, but in person this watch is executed so precisely and dazzles so much that you'd have to have a heart of stone not to see the appeal. I love the blue dial version, which wears so well on me. And we finish with an alternative to a watch that I own for once, the Rolex Explorer, another icon and ideal everyday watch, be it on an expedition in the great outdoors or at the office. Many brands offer suitable alternatives, from bold to Tudor, but let's stick to our 10 times cheaper or more model and take a look at the Seiko alternative. I am sure that you will have other suggestions. Please share them in the comments. I have here the Seiko Saab 017, aka the Alpinist, quite literally made for mountaineering, which is in the spirit of the Explorer, a watch that has always been tied to mountain exploration. The Alpinist has a sapphire crystal, lume, and the 6R15 movement with a power reserve longer than the Rolex. It features Seiko's own Diashock protection, a sound 200 meters of water resistance, and an inner rotating compass, so it is the choice if you have an active lifestyle. You won't fail to notice the Rolex-like Mercedes hour hand and presence of large numerals on the original green dial. Love it or hate it, this watch makes a statement. If you prefer something more subdued, the Saab 033 has got you covered. The talk of last year was that the Saab models were getting discontinued, so whether it is the case or not, it is a good reason to grab one today. That's it for now. I'll keep it short as you can find full reviews of these alternatives on my channel. Speak to you in the next one. Cheers, guys.